Yo, have y'all seen the interview Katt Williams did on Club Shay Shay? Jesus, this guy went all the way.
Brought it to you first, that make it exclusive. It's for members only, you're probably not included. First watch finest, I only hang with shooters. If I pop out with this cannon, then we gon' make a move. Yeah, I come through a gang on them and bang on them. Hanging out the window and put that flame on them. Anybody get these bullets ain't got names on them. Would you like to subscribe, then hit the play button? Yeah.
Yo, Wes. And then though we are back and we are on a different page today. Man, shout out to all my subscribers, everybody rocking with they boy. I told you we taking different leaps and we doing different things. For the new year. So we talking about new stuff. We adding new stuff to the arsenal, man. I just got through watching that Katt Williams interview on Club Shay Shay. Shout out Club Shay Shay. Shannon Sharp, man. Channel is amazing. What he's doing with the podcast, fire. Very interesting. And it's just getting better and better over there, man. But he had an interview with Katt Williams. Let me tell y'all, Katt Williams brought up every single top comedian that you could think of and went in on all of them, dog. I mean, I'm talking about all the way in. Look, he went in on Steve Harvey, Martin Lawrence, Cedric the Entertainer, Michael Blackson, goddamn, dog, you name it, Chris Tucker, Faison Love. He went in on all of them, dog. And the interview was hella entertaining. I like to see that fact that Katt Williams get a chance to speak out, because Katt Williams kind of like been quiet for a long time. Like he been going through a lot, you know what I'm saying? He going to jail and stuff and, doing what he do with his life, you know what I'm saying? Doing what he do. But he been going through a lot, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people been talking kind of like about Katt Williams. A lot of people had a lot to say about Katt Williams. You know what I mean? Like, he's been in a lot of people's conversations for the bad thing, trying to say he was on drugs and all this stuff. He addressed that on there, like, man, I never did a hard drug in my life. You can't tell me that, you can't show me one person that said they did drugs with me, or a drug dealer that said I bought from them. Like he said, you can't see none of that. You just hear people saying stuff, but ain't no proof of that. So he kind of like clearing up his name, and also, talk about the people that he's dealt with in this industry and other comedians. And he said like Ricky Smiley, he went on Ricky Smiley, him, Steve Harvey, and Cedric, they got like their own little, little squad that, how they move with each other, and he wasn't a part of that. Man, he went in on Steve Harvey, called Steve Harvey's toupee. He said it's a hood toupee. He said, I knew that hairline wasn't real. He said, they called it a hood toupee. That is crazy, dog. So he put that on to try to give himself a little hip look. They say he took, remember Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Mark Curry? They say he took Hanging with Mr. Cooper's whole little idea and ran with it, put it on another show. Man, he went in on Steve. He said Cedric the Entertainer stole his joke. He was talking about a joke that he had wrote on Comic View, way back when Comic View was going down, I think like 98, 99, somewhere around there. And a couple years later, Cedric the Entertainer was there for him and watched him do the joke, came to him after the show, talked about how he liked the joke, what he did was fire, we'll be rock with him. 2 years later, it said Cedric the Entertainer had the same joke on a different show. All he did was change the car to a spaceship. And they showed a clip of that, and I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, the spaceship is a little bit different than a car, but it was the same concept and the same kind of like, performance-wise, like the entertainment part of it, the driving around in the car, bumping, you know what I'm saying, lean back, cigarette in the mouth, like, doing your thing. It was the same exact thing, except Cedric just did it in a spaceship. Same exact shit, you know what I'm saying? So, Cedric said he didn't steal his joke. That was his joke. It is what it is. Will we never ever know? We don't know. He's gonna go off what they saying, but it was hilarious the fact that he brought that up, and it did look maybe crazy coincidental that you were literally at that man's show when he did it, and now you got that joke and you want to just switch it up. Kind of when somebody steals a bar, you know, they steal a bar, but they take a word or two out of that motherfucker. Same thing with a joke. You can steal a joke and just change one thing about it and say it's yours if you want to. People do it all the time, man. It is what it is. But he went in on set about that, called that fool a walrus sitting on the couch. Called that nigga a walrus, you know what I'm saying? So that was funny, man. He went in on Ricky Smiley, him and Ricky Smiley, you know what I mean, about the Money Mike role for next Friday, you know what I mean? No, Friday after next. So basically, Money Mike, Ricky Smiley had tried out for Money Mike role and was told that he had the role. And then Katt Williams comes and I guess he like blows that whole role out the water. Whatever Ricky Smiley did, blows it out the water and takes her and gets the role. They give it to him. And they end up making Ricky Smiley the Santa Claus, you know what I'm saying? But the way it was put is like Ricky Smiley had the role and then Katt Williams kind of like took it from him, but really what it was Katt Williams was just better at the role and fitted more. And they also try to say that, you know, what Money Mike did with the role was like some of the most creative shit ever. It was his first role. He took creative control over the Money Mike the Pimp, and he added certain things to the role and, you know, shit like that to make it what it was. And that was like the best breakout role ever. Name a better first movie than Money Mike on goddamn next Friday. Money Mike was the funniest shit on Friday after next. You know what I'm saying? Like he was that role was his first role. None of them other dudes had a first role like that to your whole career just took off and became everything off of that one role. Like that's a crazy breakout role. He was fire in that role. He did that shit to the T. Money Mike will forever be down in history, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Katt Williams is just a timeless guy, man. His jokes and everything is just like timeless. And you know, a lot of people downplayed his name and talked about him. He went in on Martin Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? Because Martin Lawrence wanted him to play a role with him. He like, yeah, I do it. Then Martin Lawrence brings out Big Mama's House too. He like wanted to put on a dress. He like, I don't put on no dress with you. What you think is, man, I got to put on a dress to do it. He went in on Martin like, no, we're not doing that. Him and Martin was cool. They had to kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like straight. I remember he said Martin had brung Katt Williams over to his house and showed him around like how real comedians live, you know what I mean, shit like that. So they was cool, but that Big Mama's House role was kind of like, oh shit, nah, you trying to make her put on a dress. And Katt Williams not about putting on no dress, but he did say, you know what I mean, Ricky Smiley, in order for Ricky Smiley to work with him, he would have had to put on a dress. And in that next role, Ricky Smiley played a dress and a woman played a woman in the next role with Katt Williams. He really did. I forgot that. What's the name of the movie? He was like an old lady, like a blue dress with some gray hair, dog. Hey, Katt was going in, dog. He wasn't playing. He did not play with nobody at all on this whole goddamn Michael Blackson. He went in on Michael Blackson. Michael Blackson fired back though. He said, you know, he came out and took shots at all the top 5 comedians so we can all respond. He could become relevant again. But me personally, I don't think Katt Williams has ever not been relevant. Like, because whenever we see him, we gravitate towards him. He sells out everywhere he goes. He's funny as shit still to this day. He's not like a lot of the other comedians who fell off and not funny no more. Like he went on Kevin Hart, how Kevin Hart already had his deal before he got to LA, you know what I'm saying? And act like he came out to LA and grinded it out when really he already had it in the books, you know what I'm saying, when he got here. So he didn't have to grind it out like they had to do and shit like that. It was crazy, man. He was going all the way in on all of them. He went on all of them, dog. That is a must-watch interview, dog. Like, you really want to go see that interview and what he's talking about. He gonna have you dying the whole time. Club Shay Shay. Shannon Sharp said, I don't know if they're gonna air my show no more after this. I don't know if they're gonna air my show no more after this, man. You might have shut down Club Shay Shay. It got 4 million views in less than 24 hours. Well, it's 24 hours now, but it had 4 million views. It got 4 million views in less than 24 hours, dog. That's crazy. I don't know if y'all remember Charleston White did an interview that did like 2 million views in less than 24 hours, and everybody was going crazy about that. This just broke that. Doubled it. Katt Williams he went in and he put on a show on that, like, he did everything you would want somebody to do in an interview to get your channel to go up, blow up, and do what it do. Like, even though Shannon Sharp was already blown up, you know what I'm saying, as far as the channel, but like, what he did for that channel was kind of fire today, and it's viral. Everybody's talking about it everywhere. It's all down the timeline. It's all about Katt Williams right now, what he was talking about. And the comedians that responded, CEDRIC responded, said he corny as, you know what I'm saying? Whoopty woo woo. But, you know, it is what it is, dog. Katt Williams, I feel like he sat back for a very long time. Like, we ain't heard from Katt Williams in a minute, you know what I'm saying? And we've been hearing people talk about him, saying he's on drugs, he going to jail for this and that, you know what I'm saying, talking bad about him. But he came out and fired back at everybody, man. I mean, he didn't hold back on nobody. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? And I just think the whole interview was interesting. It's hilarious, entertaining. Like, you really got to go watch that interview, man. Shout out Katt Williams, because to me, he one of the funniest comedians of all time. Like, he went in on Chris Tucker. He went in on Chris Tucker. He said, Chris Tucker, he said, because Shannon Sharp asked him, like, would you do another Friday? He like, man, you know, I mean, I would love to. But first of all, you know, Pops, you know, John Witherspoon, he's missed too much. And, you know, his role was so very important in that movie. And also, as far as, goddamn, my bad. He said John Witherspoon has missed too much, you know what I'm saying? And that hurts a lot. And also, like, it wouldn't be the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, Chris Tucker is not the same. He said Chris Tucker is now Epstein Island Chris Tucker. He said Chris Tucker is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Chris. No, not Smokey. He said Smokey didn't even want the role. Like, after he played the role of Friday, he didn't want to continue being the face of smoking weed because he was a Christian guy and all that shit. So that's why he kind of like ventured off and how he did it, you know what I'm saying? And you can say Chris Tucker ain't been the same since the first Friday. I don't remember Chris Tucker being the same guy since that Friday. His last comedian special, he was in all white and all that. That shit was not funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't the same. He ain't been the same. And since he changed to that Christian role guy, like, you know, he got his rush hour money and all that, but the comedian side, it did fell off. As far as Cedric Entertainer, he was cool, but he never was like all that crazy funny. You know what I'm saying? Steve Harvey's always been like that little country joke type of guy, but stand-up comedian, he could never stand in there with me. I made Steve Harvey not even want to do comedian no more, because once he went at me and I went back at him, he started not even want to do comedy no more. That's when he became all this other stuff, family feuds and stuff. Like, he went in, dog. He went all the way in. He said, all these dudes are not me, never be me. They all did their hardest to try to get me out of here and all this, but it won't work. You can't stop God, is what he's saying. Yo. He went in on all the comedians, every single one of them, dog. Michael Blackson responded, called him like a little evil midget and shit. Hey, dog, it's going down out there right now. Y'all better go pay attention to check it out. I just had to tap in with y'all, let y'all know, man, how I feel, get my thoughts on it, man. I think Katt Williams did what he was supposed to do, and, you know, he got the internet shook up. He got Club Shay Shay shit going up. You know, he got other comedians responding. What do you ask for? It's entertainment, it's business. This is what people want. They got it, right? You heard me? First Watch Finest, bumpy bars. Katt Williams did in Jersey.
Yo, man, it's your boy, New Jersey Turk, man, New Jerusalem, man. Make sure y'all tune in to First Watch Finest, man. You heard it here first, man. Jersey.